both goalies have been stellar here tonight. As number 31 for Ferris State, Nick Nuzulu, who had a record actually. I'm sorry, in the first period I said 5-0. His record was 0-10 with a goals against of 6.39. So definitely playing better to his standards of last year. As you just heard my good friend Anthony Carlier, a.k.a. Mad Dog, on the team just say, wow, he is guest appearing here. And so is Daniel Geffert. Both are players on the white team. As a save by Austin Petty, and that one trickles into the neutral zone. As chugging to get it right now is Gentili. Gentili on the forecheck. As Gamrat and the Ferris State Bulldogs chip it off the boards. A shot by Nemo on net. A good save there by the Ferris State goalie, and that one almost into the Blue Devil bench. And the icing is waved off by 27 of Ferris State. Grinding down low behind the goal line. And that one is cut off by Gamrat. Gamrat trying to force it up the boards. Back to McKay. McKay just flutters it into the neutral zone. And that is icing. No, the icing is waved off there by Gentili. A great play there as Matt Johnson tries to sneak down low. And Ferris State comes back up. Number 18 of Ferris State, backhand sauce into the center ice. No one there as Evan Weinbach plays it down to Nurkinen. Nurkinen in a little trouble. And played back down deep by number 6 of the Ferris State Bulldogs. As that one is passed across the ice. A nice block there. And here's Eddie Flood taking it in his zone. Poke checked off his stick there, and he wheels it down low to Evan Weinbach. Bach in on the forecheck.
They need a little bit more support down there. That's for sure.
And as we mentioned, there is Eddie Flood down low. Try to sneak a short side play there as Liam Walker keeps it in the blue line. A fancy move there. Put down low. Evan Weinbach grinding. As Liam Walker and Evan Weinbach line out there with Roman. And that one is played down here.
Good keeping.
Good keeping once again there by Youngling. Youngling hits it off the boards, and Bach, a little misfired hit there. As once again in the boards. As Liam Walker throws it to the net. Roman a little tried to redirect it.
On that one.
And that one, off the tip of the glove. A backhand little whizzer by Youngling. As Liam Walker takes it on the hash mark, sideboards. Down low to Roman, back up to Liam. Does not connect in Ferris State. A quick break through the neutral zone. Number 8 of Ferris State, Dipsy and doing. And that one is sent across the crease. Austin Petty sharp there. As the Blue Devils trying to get out of their zone here. A little bit pressure by Ferris State. Down low behind the net. As Ferris State, Petty throwing out the poke check. And a good clearance there by the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils defense. As the Blue Devils break it out on the right wing, Roman cuts to the middle and he scores. A great play there, 3-1. Guys, what did you see on that play there?
Well, he really came in. He found that open lane. He just kind of wheeled with it. Found that open spot in the net and just tucked her away.
Mad Dog, your thoughts on that goal and how the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils have came out in this second period buzzing?
You know, I think it all started in the D zone. Petty made a few good saves and gave him the confidence to come back down and score a nice goal, and it's 3-1 Blue Devils.
Yeah, every single good play has to start somewhere, and that's always going to start in the defensive zone.
And there again, Parker Hodges with the shot in off the paddle of the Ferris State netminder as Ferris State chips it off the boards. And a big hit there by Connor Victory, I think it was. Oh, no, excuse me. Ferris State, a reverse chip. And there's a hit by Victory we were looking for, as this line really loves the grinding type of game. They're a great skilled line, but they also could lay the body. As Nico, a shot off the dome from the side as Victory playing behind the net. He feeds it up top to Story. Story, a shot goes just wide of Parker's stick, intended for the redirect there. As that one's played up, and Ferris State, number 21, going up against Nemo. Nemo forces him to the outside, and a pass and a great save by Petty. A little bit unconventional there, but a great save by Petty. He definitely...
That's got everyone in the arena going crazy right now.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Dan, you are in between the glass down there. What are you hearing down there, Dan?
A lot of talk about the guys. Everyone's looking real good. Everyone's real excited, and just here to support the boys. I feel like everyone's liking it.
Very good. As the Ferris State Bulldogs try to get it up, Eddie Flood chips it into the neutral zone. Gamrat trying to caress that puck as that one is dumped in to the Blue Devils' end. Austin Petty wheels it to the right side, up the right boards. A reverse there. And it is up the wing. And a big hit there by Gamrat.
Sit down.
Sitting the Ferris State player down right in front of his bench. As we mentioned in the first period, Ferris State really amped up about that hit by Liam Walker down low as Gamrat comes into the zone. A drop pass, a little miscommunication there with McCabe.
No.
And it's a break for number 25 of Ferris State. Breakaway on Austin Petty and a save. Great save there. Great patience and pressure there by Austin Petty coming on. And it's another little mini breakaway. Turnover and Petty with another save.
That's just some good goaltending right there by Petty.
And he covers it up. Mad Dog, you are a goaltender. Take me through that and what Petty did there.
You know, he's just playing with a lot of confidence right now, and every save's giving him even more confidence, just going to build up, and he's a really great game. The goal they did score on him, he did not see it, so not his fault, and he's been able to battle back, and he's giving his team a chance to win right now. That's all you can do.
Yeah, perfect there by Petty as that breakaway came from number 25, Curtis Sharman.
Those are actually some really big saves there. It's not every day that you get a turnover right in front of the other team's net. And, you know, that's a really big goal. It gets the momentum going for your team. And I feel like that really just gave LTU a lot of energy here because those are some really big, important saves that Petty just came out and made. So, you know, that's just going to get the boys going.
Yeah, definitely. You saw the sticks tapping on the bench, guys. Really brought up intensity on that Blue Devil bench. You know they are up 3-1, but there's still work to be done. Only here, a little bit gone off the clock in the second period as that face-off won right to the net. And Petty, like you mentioned, Mad Dog, really on top of his game right now. Confidence showing there as he kicked the puck into the corner.
You know, I really like his game right now. He's been real active with the puck. It's letting his team break the puck out of the zone easily.
And there's Weinbach with a shot.
A little high and wide.
And a little miscommunication there by Snyder as Ferris State tries to get it. Nurkinen chips it off the boards to the Ferris State blue line. And a nice pass up there. 27, a little break, mini 2-on-1.
Oh.
And the ref.
What are they going to call that? Did the net go off?
The ref pointed at the net. He's having a little convening here with all the refs.
They're talking about, they call, yeah.
And they're saying it's. I don't know. They're skating to the center.
I think
center
he called
ice.
that one good.
And right now, Mark Schwartz talking to the referee at the center ice, and they're calling that a good goal. And that one right there, a little cross ice feed, guys. The net could have went off there, but overall, a good goal right there.
That's just not a good spread to have. You should never have one pass beating two guys, and that's just what Ferris did. Split the boys right up the middle. Gave him that good pass, and he just had a clear line right to the net. Good goal.
As now Liam Walker wins that faceoff. Back to Mark Schwartz. And Youngling takes a hit to make a play, dumps into the zone. Good forecheck. McNulty just missing him. As Roman back checking here on number 19 at Ferris State. And that's going to be the first penalty of the game. Be on number 9, Roman Reiner of the Blue Devils.
Definitely a good effort on the back check. Just holding on to the guy isn't going to get you any farther than that.
Yeah, Mad Dog, we heard that Lawrence Tech was putting new referees. How do you think of their officiating so far? That was the first penalty of the game, so pretty wide open.
You know, they're letting the boys play a lot, and it's been a really good hockey game back and forth. I mean, when you don't call a lot of penalties, you let the flow of the game go to a nice pace, and, you know, it's just been a really good game so far.
As now Lawrence Tech, their penalty kill will be the first time of this season getting tested, as Ferris State's power play will be the first time of the season as well. Both teams, as we know from main camp and training camp and all their practices so far, have been working on special teams. As you see Ferris State right now, setting up the high umbrella. As the pressure there by Shane Gamrat on the half boards. Ferris State throws it to in front of the net. Look at Nurkinen down there, really battling in front of the net. As now Eddie Flood transitions. That one goes far side, and a good save by Petty.
Strong play by Nurkinen in front of the net. That's the type of defenseman you need protect your goalie. Hard to move out of the crease when you need it.
And as you see, Ferris State still working to the outside. Blue Devils really good at keeping the pressure to the outside, and Nurkinen, almost a little bit of hook there as that one's thrown across the crease, and they score. Ferris State with a power play goal, and that puts them in the lead. Oh, no, 3-3, my bad.
Yeah, that ties it up.
Yeah, 3-3, and that one is converted on a power play goal by Ferris State. Mad Dog, what do you think the penalty kill of the Blue Devils could have done better there?
That goal is a nice goal. Good puck movement by Ferris, but definitely you can't let the puck come through the house. You got to intercept that pass. You can't have a backdoor play because that's going to be a goal 10 out of 10 times.
You definitely need to be covering your man there. If they get any shots, any shot on net is bound to be a good shot, So you really just want to get those chances cut down a lot less.
As you see the puck played in, Petty, and that kind of hit the player off the bench. No delayed call for two-man man on the ice. You heard the Lawrence Tech bench yelling as that one is chipped in. And breaking out is Parker Hodges. Hodges to the net with a burst of speed, and he tries the backhand off the paddle there.
He has some wheels. I've seen a lot of guys move, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone faster than Hodges.
Yeah, Hodges definitely prides himself on the speed that he enlists into this lineup, as all hockey players do. This is one of the fastest sports in the game. As you see the Bulldogs pressuring LTU now, picking up the pace, and that one just has to be cleared out. And it will go for icing there. As Dan, the Bulldogs are putting up the pressure. What does LTU have to do to combat this?
I feel like they should definitely focus on their defensive game, first of all. Really take care of the defensive zone and make sure that these breakouts are controlled and fast. You want really accurate passes getting out. And just, if you get the puck into the zone, drive those guys to the net and just keep getting shots. As
that puck now still in the Blue Devil zone. That one comes to the center ice, and a great defensive play there by the Blue Devils. That's that carry out by Andrew Storrs into the opposing zone. Victory down low. A nice hit. As we mentioned, this line very grindy, as Coach Gaffney likes a mixture of each. And that one by Ferris State off the boards. Eddie Flood chips it into the neutral zone.
You got to love those guys that just play physical, the guys that like hitting.
And that one is thrown quickly in front. And Gentili almost gets a handle on that one, trying to bat that one out of the air. As McKay tried the dump in there. Did not connect. As now is battle there, and the Bulldogs get a nice little shot there from the hash marks. Austin Petty up to the task. Blue Devils trying once again a little bit of pressure in their own zone, trying to get it out. A little bit discombobulated as we speak, as McKay throws that one up, and that'll be out of the reach of Gentili, but icing is waved off. Gentili grinding there all by himself. Paulus comes in, tries to lay the body, and the icing is called off as Youngling tries a quick up to Paulus, as Matt Johnson right back to Paulus, and Paulus, good play to get it deep into the opposing end. Johnson in on the forecheck. Evan Weinbach lays the body, but the puck skirts free, and the Bulldogs gain the red line. And a little bit of entanglement there at center ice between Paulus and number 25 of the Bulldogs.
Another icing.
Spencer Rosley. And another icing there by the Blue Devils. Mad Dog, you see the pressure amping up for the Blue Devils. That's 3 icings now in the last 5 minutes. Your thoughts on how they can counteract that?
The icings aren't a bad idea, just trying to slow down the game. And once they compose themselves, I think they got to use their speed, definitely faster than Ferris. Just get the puck toward the net, and everything will take care of itself from there.
As Austin Petty covers that one up again in another line change. Coach Gaffney trying to figure out a line that can grind and get out of their own zone. As Ferris State definitely, guys, drew up a game plan at the intermission.
It seems like with all this pressure that Ferris is putting on the Devils, it seems like at this point a good idea would be just chip the puck off the glass and get guys running and gunning up the sides. I mean, this kind of pressure, either that or start communicating a little bit better to coordinate a good, decent breakout here.
Yeah, right now Ferris State is implementing that 1-3-1 type of forecheck, clogging up the neutral zone, as the Blue Devils once again, as you see, can't really get clean, crisp
Good
passes
chance here.
as Liam Walker comes into the zone and a shot right into the chest. As Liam shows some frustration, but a good chance there by the Blue Devils.
Well, it was definitely a good chance, but he has to realize that he had 2 other guys coming down there with him into the zone. He definitely could have given a nice pass over.
Yeah, I think he was definitely just trying to get a shot on net, pull the trigger there quick release, as we know Liam does have, being in practice with him. Mad Dog facing shots against him, as the Bulldogs take it in the zone and dump it in once again. Definitely implementing their forecheck system now, as you see, sending 3 guys to the boards. As the Bulldogs another shot, and that one goes just wide to the right of Austin Petty. Petty communicating with his defenseman. And that one goes up the middle. Liam Walker taking it in the zone across the red line, across the Ferris State
Big
blue
goal.
line. He drops it back to Nurkinen. Nurkinen, a shot from the point, and that tips off a bunch of sticks and bodies there.
Definitely need bodies in front of the net. The less that goalie can see coming at him, the better chance you have of a puck going into the net.
And Connor Victory now in on the forecheck. A lot of hitting. The hitting starting to ramp up here. As another hit there in the neutral zone by Youngling. Youngling with the puck. Head up all the way. And Parker Hodges taking it in the zone to the side of Victory. Victory a backhand, and that goes just wide. And a shot by Hodges. Wow. And that one just up. Austin Petty has to come out and play this one. Number 8 bearing down on him from Ferris State.
You know, this Ferris goalie's given up a lot of rebounds, and if he keeps giving up this amount of rebounds, it's going to keep hurting his team. And another nice save by Petty to keep his team tied with Ferris.
Yeah, definitely Petty has had to been on his game right now as the pressure is amping up. But as you said, Mad Dog, the Ferris State goalie is giving up rebounds. I think the Blue Devils just have to crash the net more, send bodies to the net.
Yeah, I mean, the Ferris State goalie, I think the stats he's 5'7" or something like that. He's a small guy. Got to get bodies to him. He can't see.
Yeah, Ferris State goalie 5'9". Correction on that one, but yeah, definitely need to get the bodies and pucks to the net as the Blue Devils wheel out of their own end. Clogged up on the left side boards here. As that one's just rimmed around to the near side to Gentili of the Blue Devils. Ferris State in the neutral zone once again. Back to the D. And a saucer pass up. And Gamrat. Nice hit. And that one is icing once again. 4th icing in the period by the Blue Devils.
Been working a lot on face-offs lately, too.
As Gentili goes in the zone. Waves off the icing again, working against number 2 of Ferris State. Gentili grinding. Good P1 forward there, and McKay comes. Centered in front.
What a goal!
And Shane Gamrat pots in the second of the night. A great individual effort there by McKay and also Gentili down low to get it over to Gamrat in front of the net.
That's a real nice goal by Captain Gamscratch.
That's exactly where you need to be. Front of the net, stick on the ice, waiting for that pass because it's going to be there, and when it comes, you'll be able to bear down and put it in the net. That's just what he did.
Perfect play there. That, as we mentioned, that is the second of the night. It puts the Blue Devils up 4-3 in this game. As we're halfway through, past the halfway point of the second period. As Eddie Flood dumps it back into the Ferris State zone. Number 18 of Ferris State.
Oh, nice.
And that's stopped by Roman and delayed offsides. As the pressure now, the ice tilting towards Ferris State's end.
As we talk about Austin Petty, a little fun fact. He loves long walks on the beach, and he's a very quality guy. Also, my vet.
As that one flirted in the zone by Ferris State. Ferris State working up top. A shot blocked there. And that one, a nice break here. Breakaway by Liam, and Liam, loses the handle on it. A poke check. And a little bit
he's
of
getting chippy
and
down
a little
low.
bit down here.
Boys are getting into
McNulty
it.
and a couple
Here
of the
we go.
boys.
They're swinging.
Roman Reiner there.
They're
And
swinging.
the helmet came off one of the Ferris State players.
Roman, stop swinging.
As
Where's that going to get you?
as the Blue Devils and Ferris State part ways from behind the net. Guys, as the score in the game gets later in its stages, the chippiness has amped up.
You know, this isn't a smart idea for Ferris getting in fights like this. They got a game tomorrow. They can't afford to lose, guys. No, it's just not a good idea.
Yeah, as Mad Dog just mentioned, a game tomorrow will be broadcasted to you as well. It'll be LTU White versus this same Ferris State team at 8 o'clock at the Southfield Sports Arena.
Still, we do have to keep our guys out of the box. As we saw that power play, they are pretty effective.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
those-
Ferris State's power play is lethal. Although, Dan, as we mentioned, that was their first one of the year. So, 100%. I mean, that's the stat you got to give. And right now, the penalty kill for LTU, 0. As the ref
They're talking about it. They're talking about something.
still trying to iron out these penalties. I got my pencil and eraser ready as well to jot them down. As you see the captain of your LTU Blue Devils blue team, Shane Gamrat.
Who'd they put in the box?
As you hear the fans, Dan, you hear the fans' reaction down there. You are in between the glass.
They are pounding on the glass. They are screaming.
Any idea why, Dan?
I assume they don't like the call that the refs have made.
It may be the Ferris State parents over there.
I
Can't
think
tell
they
for
seemed
sure.
a little bit more excited than unhappy.
Well, no, I'm just listening to I'm listening to the unhappiness out there. They're not happy about that call. They're still trying to clear everything up at these benches here, so I guess we'll see in a second, right?
On a quick side note, I will be a healthy scratch in tomorrow's game. If you see me, I'll be signing autographs between the second and third period in the main lobby.
And that is Mad Dog. We love him. He's a great kid. Talking about the game tomorrow and the teams. Once again, I'm Dylan Morello. Joining me in the booth is Andrew Gefford and Mark Lear. Those three. The referee just chilling by the face-off dot as all these penalties are getting straightened out. As now we welcome into the booth Nico, LTU White goalie. Nico, how's the game doing so far, and what do you think of the boys?
The boys are looking a little good. They're coming out a little sloppy, but they'll piece it together here. The second half, the second period.
Yeah.
Hopefully come out with a strong third.
Definitely. What do you think of Austin Petty's play so far in this game? Mad Dog has had some insights. We want to hear yours.
He's playing good. He's seeing the puck. His defense not helping him up. I know in that last goal he got left high and dry for sure. So hopefully the defense figures it out in front of him.
All right, and now the play is about to begin as the penalties got sorted out. No team now on the power play. Look like it'll be even as 3 players from each team in the box there having a little party as that faceoff is won by the Blue Devils. Youngling chips it up the boards, and the Blue Devils take it across center ice. Andrew Story tries to dangle through, and he gets double teamed there. Overpowered as Victory down low once again. The grinding line out here. Parker Hodges off the boards. Story a hit almost into his own bench. As a hit there by Victory sends them flying. Andrew Story on the far side boards, and that's a turnover right up ice. A mini 3-on-1 here. Number 14 from Ferris State taking it. He loses the handle as you hear the hoot and holler from the fans. As up on the near boards, Blue Devils trying to break out of the zone. Youngling surveys the ice, pass across, and that one's just off the tape of Story as he goes for a line change. And Youngling has to skate back a mini 2-on-1 and a shot. And a no goal. A great play there. I think that was Mark Schwartz just pulling it off the goal line there as Petty's defense right there stepping up the play to keep it LTU score as Connor Victory takes it up the far side wing and he just chips it through. And that's on net and covered up by the Ferris State netminder.
Strong defense by Schwartz there.
As now we are hearing for the first time the speaker at the LTU Sports Arena. And the face-off to the right side of the Ferris State netminder. And Schneider with the shot from the point, a good right pad save as Gamrat chips it down low. McKay tried to center ice pass, threw it right up the middle to number 7. Ooh, and Nemo almost a cut pass. Number 12 with a shot from Ferris State, and that is blocker down by Austin Petty.
Good save, Petty.
Up the far side, boards of Gentili. Nice chip in by Gamrat. Gamrat circling around the net, serves the ice to the center, and that's in the skates of Gentili as Gamrat, nice
Good
back
keeping,
check once
good
again.
keeping.
A great keeping, and that's centered in off the stick again. The puck bouncing right now, guys. As going back into the zone is Schneider. Schneider wheels around the net. Up the boards now to Weinbach, and just loses it in the center ice, and that's played once again to Ferris State as Ferris State, number 12, tries to dangle around there. Bach chips it off the boards, and that one's kept in by Ferris State. And here's Weinbach going across the ice. He winds up in a shot. Great save there by the netminder of Ferris State.
There again, you see Ferris State's netminder not tracking the puck real well, not holding on to rebounds, and once again, that's going to cost them late in the game.
Yeah, Nick Nuzzulo, as we said, save percentage of .639. As now face-off is to the right of him. Parker Hodges. 6.39 save percentage.
Goals against average?
Yeah, goals against average, my bad.
That's a hefty goals against average. That's not going to pay off in any league.
As that one is directed towards the net. A nice backdrop pass, and that one just shot wide by Connor Victory. As Ferris State take it out of the zone. Great pressure there. And it comes right to the neutral zone, and another check there by Victory. Nurkinen surveys the ice. Right wing pass, and once again broken up in the neutral zone by Ferris State as Connor Victory tries to dangle through. Andrew Story holds the puck, loses the handle on that one, and tries to center it. Goes off the Ferris State defenseman as Victory, another hit there. 7th hit of the game, guys, by Connor Victory.
A lot of good offensive pressure here. They just got to they'll call that one.
And a whistle on the play. Dan, you're down there. Could you tell for what reason was the?
They just stopped the play up on the boards. A lot of guys a lot of guys bunched up right there. No puck movement at all. Ref probably lost sight of it.
As a win there, McKay shot, and they're testing the glove of the Ferris State netminder. But he's up to the task so far, as the score is still 4-3, your Blue Devils. Ferris State try to face-off breakout play that leads to icing. Patty lets that one go, and they wave that off. I guess Blue Devils defense lackadaisical going back in 10. As that one's passed across now to McKay. McKay takes into the own side. Now to Youngling. Youngling backhand shovel towards the net. As Youngling again, another backhand shovel. And it's covered up by Ferris State. Guys, now the ice has tilted towards Ferris State. Your thoughts on all these shots that the Blue Devils are getting?
You know, a lot of them are high-quality shots coming from inside the house, and that's what you need to win a hockey game.
I'm thinking they do need to keep the shots a little bit lower. It seems like everyone's trying to go high here. I think they need to go a little bit more low with their shots, low and hard, maybe get something off a pad, see if we can't get a man in front of the net for a rebound.
Dan, you're also in between the glass. What do you hear between the benches? Any banter?
I do not hear anything. I'm focusing all my attention on the game itself.
As that one to number 27 of Ferris State, a mini breakaway, and Austin Petty with the save there as Shane Gamrat, known for his back-checking ability, gets back into the zone.
That's another amazing save by Petty. That's his 4th breakaway stop this game, and for him to do that, it's giving his team a chance to win here. Big stop.
As the defense of the Blue Devils making a line change and tapping gloves right there for a great back check and another shot and a glove snag by Austin Petty. Ferris State now, 2 shots in the last couple of seconds, amping up the pressure. Both teams, I think, got the little pregame butterflies out from under them as the face-off win back to Nurkinen. Nurkinen right up the ice to McKay. McKay chips it in now. Oh, and a nice little redirect. I'm sorry, that was not McKay. That was Roman and McNulty connecting on that one to Liam Walker as Ferris State. And that's a great hit by McNulty there in the neutral zone as Liam Walker comes through. Have a little trouble with the back check. A lot of slashes, but once again, guys, these refs let the kids play. As a solid defensive play by Nurkinen. Look at that. Just stout D as that one is batted down by Ferris State. That one goes cross crease. Great active stick by Austin Petty there as that one's working down low. Petty, another active stick play. Right up to Roman, and here's McNulty. It is a 3-on-1. He's McNulty with Eddie Flood. McNulty a shot and a save. And that one.
We got some scrum.
Oh, I thought the puck had skirted to the corner, guys.
Hands might start flying, boys.
As you see, tensions are definitely flaring, guys. As walking outside before the game, everybody was, very cheery with each other, saying hi, good luck with the game, and now there's no friends on the ice.
I think that's about the second 3-on-1 we've seen where the puck carrier has decided to take that shot, and this goalie, at the angle they're coming in, he's just going to make that save every day.
Yeah, this goalie.
Every single shot they take, he's going to get it, so it seems like they should start coming in at maybe a different angle, get that puck moving before they get a shot on net.
Yeah, Mad Dog, what are you seeing from this goalie? Because you did say he was giving up rebounds. Now he's pretty much controlled his rebounds.
Yeah, that shot right there was right in his chest. I mean, in this league, if you can't control that, you probably shouldn't be playing here. But can't fire it right in the goalie's chest. Not going to get any opportunity there, and it's never going to be a goal. On that one, you got to look for a bank off the far pad. Got to fire at top corner. Definitely not in the chest.
Well said once again from our color commentator, Anthony Carlier, a.k.a. Mad Dog as we call him. As that one goes to the point to Nemo, a shot, and another save.
Very family-friendly game here tonight. I think I saw a dog come into the ice rink tonight.
Yep.
See him right there. Cute little puppy right in the stands.
Very cute little puppy, as well as the Blue Devil fans out there all repping the attire. As that one goes down and no icing. As Schwartz behind the net now. And look at that play by Petty. He's definitely on top of his game. He knows what's happening there as his defense bobbled it right in the slot, guys. As that one steered in once again. Losing his stick down there is Schneider. Wheeling out is Gamrat. Gamrat, a little hook there. And right up to the left wing to McKay. McKay, dumping rim, forecheck, but that's pretty much a breakout for...
They're going to get caught with not enough men back, though.
This is the period of long change, guys, and it seemed like it's affecting both teams. That shot covered up on the ice by Austin Petty. And once again, after the whistle shenanigans by both teams.
It's better if they just skate away. You're not going to get anything from Italian. That's just going to get them more chances to put us in the box.
As the Blue Devils trying to set up a defensive zone face-off here. And a face-off win there by Parker Hodges. And that is the end of the second period, guys. The score, 4-3. Your Blue Devils in the lead. Dan, your thoughts on that second period?
The boys definitely started to fix their game up near the end. They still have a lot of work to do come the third. They really need to be ready to come out. Third period hockey is always the most intense. You never know what way the game can go. So they really need to refine their game here and just start gunning, running and gunning, get the puck to the net.
Mad Dog, your thoughts?
Rough start to the second, but they came back, and they just gotta pick it up in the third period. It's gonna be a dramatic third period and exciting end to this one.
All right, guys, we'll be back with the third period of the LTU hockey game between the Ferris State Bulldogs and your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. Enjoy the intermission. fans, as the third period is about to get underway here, as the Blue Devils are up 4-3 against the Ferris State Bulldogs here tonight. And welcoming into the booth now, Alex Johnson, guest speaker. He's a defenseman on LTU White. Johnson, how you doing today, and what is the atmosphere like down there in the stands?
I'm doing good. Fans are pretty rowdy. We're excited for the nice game. I think the team's doing pretty good. Austin Petty's being big in the net, being a brick wall, even though it's been a little bit of a rough outing right now, but I think he's definitely holding the team.
Yeah, for sure. Dan, what do you think LTU has to do in the third period to hold on to this lead and come out with a victory on opening night?
If LTU wants to get this W, they definitely need to take that intensity and bump it up a few notches. They still need to pay a little bit of attention to their defensive zone. But once they get going, it's just getting pucks deep and getting guys to the net to put the puck away.
Yeah, exactly. And as the Blue Devils coming onto the ice is the Parker Hodges line here with Connor Victory.
Ooh, the run and rush.
And it is actually, guys, forgot at the end of that period, there were delayed penalties, and it's 4-on-4 to start this as Victory gets thrown down right off the bat here. Ferris State coming in the zone, a shot, and that goes just wide. As Ferris State number 27 keeps it into the zone. And a little dipsy-do there at the right side circle by Ferris State. Nurkinen hard on the puck. That's one thrown across. Passes McNulty's stick. As Ferris State plays D-to-D back in their own end.
It's a good play by Nurkinen there.
Yep, great step-up play there by Nurkinen. As that one thrown to the left wing by Gamrat. Gamrat kind of the circle looking for the hat trick, and that one's blocked away by the Ferris State defense. As that one's thrown in, Youngling to the puck, grinding in the right side corner. Mark Schwartz down there gets the puck away from Ferris State, and that's a chip. Nice center ice play, and avoiding the stick there is McKay. McKay coming into the zone, a little stop up, winding around the net, a nice in front, and just missed chance. Great pressure, guys, by LTU right here to start the third.
What D pairing we got out there right now? It looked like Bach, but who was Bach?
We have Tom Snyder and Mark Schwartz right now.
Oh, right now.
It's a great player. They complement each other very well. Tom Snyder waiting by the blue line. Great pass.
As McKay takes it down the right circle, a high rising shot over the glove of the Ferris State netminder. As Ferris State just trickles it across their blue line. Still that stray stick there in the middle of the ice. No ref has picked it up yet. As Matt Johnson comes on the ice here, and Nemo throws it up the sideboards. A nice backhand feed. Johnson tries to get it in the center, and he just gets it into the zone. As Paulus forechecks there. Nice little breakout, and it's back to Nemo.
That was a bad turnover there by Ferris State. Really need to check that, or LTU's really going to capitalize on it.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams have been feeding off each other's turnovers. Almost half of the goals have been off of a turnover by the opposing team as Nemo gets the center ice line, throws it in on net, and that one's covered up.
It seems as if Ferris is just kind of waiting this point at the red line for LTU to make their way up. They're just not pressuring enough coming out of the defensive zone. Looks like they're setting neutral zone trap.
Yeah, definitely. We noticed that in the first that they were doing that neutral zone trap. LTU kind of had a little bit of trouble getting used to that. But I'm sure Ken Gaffney, head coach of the Blue Devils, talked about it in the locker room for them. As that one's played up the board, it's the Ferris State. Nice step up by Nurkinen and a little 2-on-1 here. Ferris State and try to feed it across in a great defensive play.
Austin Fulmer.
Fulmer is very strong defensively, and that was a great play just when we needed it.
Yeah, as we know, Johnson, you are a defenseman as well. Some attributes of Fulmer are, in your words.
Definitely strong-minded defenseman. He's definitely reliable when you need him. Good shot back on the point. And he's very aggressive, which is what you need for this game against Ferris State because they've been a very rough and tumble team. Great move by Nurkinen right there.
It's not every day you see someone break their ankles that hard.
As you see McNulty taking it up the near side boards. McNulty gaining the blue line. Dumps it into the Ferris State end. And Ferris State just wheels it in. A great hit there.
Great hit by
Yeah, that was McNulty
You know what?
Beautiful.
throwing his weight around, and that one goes off the side of the net. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
I said during the first period, actually, I think I said this before the drop of the puck in the first period. I wanted to see McNulty crank somebody, and that hit in front of the net just made my night.
Dan, you are in between the glass. What was the bench's reaction with that hit by McNulty?
Big hits always get the boys going. That's definitely one of my favorite things to look forward to, getting on the ice. Big hits definitely shift the momentum of the game. It makes the other team a little bit more hesitant to get in the corners and battle for that puck. And it definitely gets the boys on your bench going because who doesn't love a big hit?
Yeah, very true, as that one is thrown to the front of the net by the Blue Devils. Ferris State wheel it up against the left side boards.
Here you go, wrap around, throws it back to the D. That's shot by...
And that is Schwartzy with a nice little floater on net and covered once again by number 31, Nick Nuzzulo. And compared, to his last season stats, guys, he's definitely had some improvement as his goals against was 69. And his save percentage was .884. As Mad Dog mentioned before, not up to par with this league standards. As Schneider chips it off the near side boards into the zone. Victory, feet moving all times. Tries to lay a hit there, just missed. As that one goes around Story. Nice hit by Parker.
Connor Victory has been a very consistent force in this game for physical nature.
Yeah, Vic definitely prides himself on his physicality, but also he has offensive skills, guys. Some people miss that with him, as Parker Hodges doesn't have the alligator arms there, and he reaches out and tips the puck in.
Quick up here by the Ferris State Bulldogs. Past the blue line. Tom Snyder takeaway into the corner.
As Schneider wheels around the back of his own net, using the boards to his advantage.
Oh, we got a
Gamrat,
nice chip going.
another chip, and it's a little mini breakaway 2-on-1, and that one's thrown across, and a delayed penalty on the Bulldogs, and even after the whistle.
After the whistle there.
Ferris State Bulldogs are going to get a tripping call here.
And that is the first power play of this season for the LTU Blue Devils. Guys, what do you want to look for on this power play from this Blue Devil team?
Mostly, I want to see fast-moving passes and a lot of shots toward the net, especially on a weak goaltender.
I'm definitely going to be looking for guys filling the open lanes, a lot of clean, quick puck movement. The quicker that they can get the Ferris State defenseman out of position and just get some real nice shots on net, the quicker that this power play will be over and we'll have another point up on the board.
As now they're working up top. Mark Schwartz over to Nemo. A nice block
Good
by
block
the Ferris State Bulldogs penalty killers. As
round
Nemo's
two.
on the point again, and another block.
Good block.
What number is that, Dan? I think that's number 19 of Ferris State. Joseph Valentino. Already showing
Just
a great
high.
penalty shot.
By Mark Schwartz. Oh, tipped up.
And that one, no, not out of play. Still in play. As Nemo over to
Shot.
Schwartz, and
Oh,
another block.
By
This
number
Ferris
10.
State Bulldog team really has committed to the blocks. You could already tell that on the first power play chance, as you said, Johnson, that block was by number 10 from Ferris State.
There
Zachary
we go.
Swatson, and they score.
From the blue line.
A shot from the blue line goes in, and the Blue Devils take a 5-3 lead. And right back-to-back power play goals from both teams, guys. Your thoughts on that one?
This is exactly what the Blue Devils want. They use their power play and they use their defensive well and use them consistently in the position on the power play. Big shots mean big goals, and that's how you win games.
I definitely didn't see who it was tied up in front of the net, but that's exactly where you need to be if you want to get a good screen on that goalie. I don't think he even saw a piece of that puck.
And now the Blue Devils know there's a lot of more work to be done. 5-3 here in the third period, as that shot just goes to the left side of Austin Petty. Chipped through by Reiner. Liam cuts through the neutral zone, a little bit tripped up there. He's okay, and a big hit there.
Big hit. Who was that?
Two big
That
hits
was
by
Nurkinen.
Nurks and by Floody. As Liam takes it into the zone, Walker cuts to the right side.
Quick
A
hands.
shot, and that one goes just wide. As McNulty tries to throw it back in front, and the whistle is blown. Two big hits, guys, after that goal. I love the LTU's response, even though they scored.
This is beautiful coming from the Blue Devils. More energy means quicker we get this game over, and the more score, which means they're getting Petty more support.
And the Blue Devils now a face-off to the right of Nick Nuzzulo. And that good play there as Andrew Story tries to get in down low by Mark Schwartz.
That was a good look there by Schwartz, even though nobody caught it.
Yeah, definitely. He's a heads-up player all the time. As Parker Hodges, a strip there at their own blue line. He throws it
nice
blindly
catch
into
by
the
Schwartz.
slot. And another block there by Ferris State. Ferris State really blocking the puck here as Schwartz takes it into the zone right up.
Perfect
And
pass to Andrew Story.
Tries to cut to the middle, and he loses it. And that one's still redirected into the front of the net and covered up once again.
Almost a really good chance there by good play by Story. Now, aside from how big he is and how hard his shot is, Johnson, can you tell me anything about like how he is defensively, like just
As an overall player?
Is he?
Andrew Story's definitely. You wouldn't really think it how offensive-minded he is, but when you really need somebody to depend on just critical moments late in the game. And another goal by Zach McKay. What a beautiful backhand.
That's his second backhand of the game, and they've both gone top shelf each time.
Another goal by McKay, as you guys said, and once again showing that he could shoot the puck on his backhand, but we know, guys, from practice, his forehand is just as lethal.
Oh, I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of guys that would want to get down and block a shot that comes from McKay. I definitely wouldn't. The kid's got a cannon.
And that puts the Blue Devils now up 6-3, guys, running away with this game.
This is a timeout called, I think, by Ferris State. Try and settle their boys down after this catastrophic downfall at the start of the third period.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Dan, as you mentioned, LTU wanted to start the third period with a lot of energy, a lot of purpose, a lot of speed, forechecking, getting pucks to the net. They've done what the doctor ordered, and that just attests to their system. What do you think was said in that intermission by Coach Gaffney and Coach Bean?
I definitely feel like Gaff brought the boys in and told them that this is it, do or die. Third period hockey is going to be the most intense. They just need to come out. And at this point, it's just who wants it more and who's going to put in that work. And as you guys know, we've been working. So, I mean, definitely something that these guys are doing a good job with.
As you see, though, the bench was shortened there for a time being. Only Hodges and I think Gamrat's line was out there. But now you see Weinbach, Matt Johnson, and Paulus getting some ice time here. As you said, third period hockey, so they're down for it. As Nemo, with a nice poke check there, throws it up the wing. Weinbach. A little drop feed there, and Johnson almost. Reiner getting in on the action as well as he back checks. A nice back check, lift of the stick there. Great play as Nemo throws it up the middle to Reiner. Lost in his feet. Lucky there. Could have been with his head down a suicide pass.
Scoring chance by Ferris State. Oh, broken up by the Blue Devils defense.
Good clear.
As you see Liam Walker going in, pressuring in the zone as Schneider comes up. Great speed through the neutral zone. Schneider coming out on the left side, a shot. And a high riser as Nurkinen throws it down low.
Ferris State Bulldogs first line here is
Good hit down low.
their really only source of offense. What do you think there, Dill?
Yeah, definitely. As you see, there is a delayed penalty call, and that will be against the Blue Devils here as we wait to see what the call is for.
It's on Liam Walker.
And it's a roughing penalty. As you mentioned, Dan, that big hit down low, that one was called now for roughing. The refs trying to give Ferris State maybe a chance here to put some pressure on the Blue Devils.
Yeah, we've seen their power play work time and time again. These guys definitely know how to move the puck. But I feel like the Devils have a good chance here. They've got a feel for it, and they should be able to shut them down and just clear the zone.
Yeah, big penalty kill here as Nurkinen clears the puck, and that's what you guys want to do right on the penalty kill. Get that first clearance. Kind of discombobulates the other team's power play.
If you look at Ferris State's power play right now, 6 is not out.
Yep, Ethan Peets.
He definitely should be out there on the power play to give them a chance. But right now, the Blue Devils penalty kill is dominating the power play.
As you see Gentili, the first one down there on the forecheck, and that's on the PK, and it's causing Ferris State to take a defensive zone draw on their own power play.
Hey, he gave the goalie a little snow shower there. Let him know he appreciates how he's playing, how his day's going.
Yep. As we mentioned, like Dan said, already 2 scrums in this game. As that faceoff is won by the Blue Devils as Youngling plays it over to Schwartz, and Schwartz sends it down the length of the ice. Ferris State having to break out of their own end once again, going the whole 200 feet here, trying to set something up on the power play. We know their first power play they did high umbrella and connected on that one. And goes far side to Youngling, and Youngling could have got some more mustard on that shot.
Looks like he lost his edge on that one.
Yeah, ice. A little bit nippy here. As a great play there by Petty as he sauced that one from his own crease.
That was a quick hot potato by Petty there. Just quick catch and grab and throw down the ice. And here we go.
Who's
Roman
this? Roman.
on his own. Oh, we're going to get a regroup real quick. Run down the time on the PK.
And a great play there as you see Weinbach cutting back to give Nemo time. Great work. As the PK is right now playing the 1-1-2 forecheck. As Ferris State can't get into the zone. A great adjustment there by the Blue Devils penalty killers.
Yeah, these boys are really doing a good job of shutting down Ferris State in the neutral zone. Doesn't really look like they're even getting a chance to get the puck into the zone to work it. They just got to keep up that pressure, and it'll be good.
As you see now, point,
Nice
and
shot
Parker
by
Hodges.
Parker.
Attaboy Haji.
And Haji gets it out of the zone, and the Blue Devils are at full strength.
That was a beautiful penalty kill by the Blue Devils.
Yep, definitely a great improvement from their first one. Now they go 1-1 on the PK for tonight.
Not a lot of shots there either.
No,
Yeah.
there's definite dominant control. Oh, here you go. Here's a chip to Drake Gentili. Oh,
And the goalie
missed.
Oh my goodness! What is?
Oh,
The
jeez.
goalie missed
oh,
it,
it's
and
a
still
scrum.
responded around.
It's in his
Oh.
glove.
And Dan, you are in between the glass. You saw the boys jump up there. But the goaltender for Ferris State gets it in his glove after a little bit of miscommunication there with his own defenseman. What a play, though.
Oh, what a play! That was definitely a little bit of a race between Gentili and that goaltender. Little chip of the puck ends up behind him. Somehow the goalie still manages to get a glove on it. That's just something that's going to get the boys on the bench a little upset about. That's almost a good goal right there. That should have been a goal right there.
And a shot there by Schwartzy. Another save. Goaltender staying down a little bit longer here.
Yeah. Nick Nuzzulo should have really kissed the pipes on that one. They're really his friends tonight right now.
As now it's a face-off to the right of Nick.
Here's a
And
shot.
a shot from the point. Schwartz gets back up, shrugs it off, and covered up once again by Nuzzulo. And the defensive pair of Schneider and Nemo come onto the ice as Fulmer and Mark take a rest on the bench. Face-off now to the left of the Ferris State goaltender. And a face-off win there. Gentili grinding down low. Ferris State just chips it out, and that'll be icing.
It's a great, good play by Nemo getting there before the Ferris State forward.
Yeah, Nemo definitely, as we mentioned, Parker Hodges wheels. Nemo has them as well. Johnson, you are a defenseman. Name some attributes that Nemo has now.
Nemo is an absolute stellar defenseman. Also, offensively, he's definitely somebody you want to have up there on the point for a shot. Here's a shot by Nemo, and oh, a little high, got tipped. But he's definitely an intimidation factor, especially when you're going up against him and trying to block a shot. You really don't want to get that 2 or 3 times because it starts leaving a pretty healthy bruise.
For sure, as you see Nemo now dump it in. Thanks for the insight, Johnson, as usual. And there's a little chip, Nurkinen. A nice shot on net. Nurkinen always finds a little lane to get that puck towards the net, but it's a delayed offsides. A full sail for both. As time is winding down, in this third period. 6-3, your Blue Devils are in the lead. Most of that also has to do with the play of Austin Petty in that second period. Really had the pressure amped towards him, and he was able to recover from that and keep the Blue Devils in this game. As taking a hit on the far side boards was Paulus.
Something's going on.
Stoppage play there by the ref. But to continue on about Austin Petty, he had a 15-6 record last year with a 3 goals against average, and had 466 saves.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and almost a 9 flat for his save percentage.
So Petty definitely a top-class goalie, the starter on this LTU Blue team. As that faceoff is won there by number 20, Matt Johnson. Johnson taking it around. Nice rim up to Paulus. Paulus on the boards. Just chips it out of the zone. Not a bad play. Johnson a little bit muffed the puck there as he chips it through the center ice, and that one's dumped into the zone.
This Johnson line doesn't have a whole lot of speed, but they make up for it defensively.
Yeah, definitely, as you see Weinbach take a hit there. They're definitely solid players. They know their roles on the team, give the team energy and life, and right now they're having some good chances.
Yeah, the defense is going to be everything when it comes to third period hockey. I definitely like seeing the pairing of Flood and Nurkinen out there, because you got a guy like Flood throwing around all that body weight, really able to clear the front of the net. And then you got the speed and just the defensive awareness of Nurkinen out there.
As you see Roman Reiner now shot from the right side off the blocker as Roman tries to throw it once again into the net. And to the point, D to D. And backpedaling now is Youngling.
Youngling fumbles there real quick.
Youngling
Sweeps up.
also
off
plays
the wall.
forward and D, moving back to defense this year for the blue team. As a great step up there by Youngling, as Roman Reiner backhand sauce to the Liam on the right side.
That's a huge trip. That the
and
refs
no
missed.
call.
No
No call there as McNulty passes it back to Swartz.
Youngling on the
Schwartz.
back end of that play there gave the guy who tripped Walker a little love. Nice little love tap right in the shins.
Yeah, definitely. You love to see the boys defending each other out there on the ice, and that was shown there. As Walker, deliberately was tripped. No call by the ref. Johnson, I know I asked Dan and Mad Dog about this, but the new refs here implemented at Southfield Arena. Your thoughts on how they're calling the game today?
Me being a physical player, I love it that they're letting the boys play, but sometimes it's a little dangerous. It needs to be reined in a little bit. So I see pros and cons to the refs that were just implemented today.
Yep. As usual, the insight you provide is outstanding. Both of you gentlemen, thank you for joining me up in the booth. Dan, in between the glass. The atmosphere down there, Dan, is it more serious now as we're approaching the waning minutes of the third period?
People are definitely sitting on the edge of their seats. Everyone doesn't seem to be as rowdy as they were earlier. Everyone's just focused in on this game, really waiting to see what's going to happen in these last few minutes.
As that one, a centering feed victory off the knob of the goaltender. As Connor Victory doing a high cycle up at the point, a wrist shot, another waffle board save by Ferris State. Victory coming in for the hit, and he connects. As they're on the sideboards, and that one's just thrown to the net. Not covered up there. And Ferris State keeps it in their own zone.
You could definitely see Ferris State starting to have diminishing energy and just enthusiasm as the game goes on. I think they know coming in that what was going to happen today, and they were just trying to make sure the inevitable wasn't going to happen.
Good cut of the pass there, back into the offensive zone for LTU.
Yeah, for sure, Johnson. Understand that, but nothing.
Ooh,
and a
big
nice
hit by McKay.
Just rubbed him off into his own bench. But as I was saying before earlier, that it's not something the coach wants to see your team, totally flatline out there. But nothing that the Blue Devils don't like seeing, as McKay tries the center ice feed, backhand again. And he tries again, another turnover by McKay. 2 turnovers in a row. could be costly here, but a great defensive effort
By
coming
Austin
back
Fulmer.
by Fulmer. As we mentioned before, Fulmer, a great defenseman there.
Get some fresh defense out there.
Gamrat's really been a force today. He's definitely making his name known.
Yeah, Gamrat, as we mentioned, the captain of your LTU blue team, as there's a little skirmish in front of the LTU bench between McKay and Gentili as that puck is put into the zone.
Do any of you guys know what year Gamrat is?
Gamrat is a fifth-year player,
He's
I presume so.
Just voted captain, I believe.
Yep, actually, yeah, earlier in this week, Shane Gamrat voted captain of your blue team, as I just mentioned. A great leader, as that one is skyhooked into the sky by Evan Weinbach.
Dylan, I want to ask you about Zach McKay and what your thoughts are on the Fulmer Adrian Bulldog and how much of a force he's been today for the Lawrence Sac Blue Devils.
Yeah, as you mentioned, former Bulldog, D1 hockey player coming to LTU, is a welcome surprise. But one, that the coaching staff and also the players were happy about. He's a great person on and off the ice. As you've seen today, 2 goals already in his LTU Blue Devils debut. So I'm sure the fans are going to fall in love with this kid. I know that all the players have and the coaching staff around him. So I just expect bright things in his future with this team.
Quick timeout call by the Blue Devils. Gaffney definitely trying to make sure they can seal this win up and everybody goes home happy.
Yeah, definitely the fans. A couple fans falling out here. All the loyal Blue Devil ones, though, staying here for the post-game celebrations, as we sure know will happen. As you also see the rest of the Blue Devil faithful in the stands and also the white team in the stands here supporting their players, as we mentioned, on and off the ice.
Shout out to the student section for I have not seen one person sit the whole game, and it is amazing the support we're getting from them.
Yeah, once again, this arena, it's something special. From a new kid coming here to LTU, you can feel it right away, the home ice advantage, as that one is sent in by Nemo.
Nemo's definitely just showed that kid who's boss.
Nemo, as we said,
They
very stout
definitely
defender.
Close these gaps here.
Oh, and that one just goes around
Oh.
Nemo.
Petty.
The brick wall, Petty. Oh, we got a scrum here. Nemo showing them the business.
And the third scrum of the game. One helmet was taken off by Ferris State, but no penalties on that skirmish.
Number 11, Cameron Tetrault, was just trying to say hello to Nemo, but I don't think Nemo thought his hello was too polite.
Nemo's not having it today, boys.
Oh, and Andrew Story just gets leveled. He's a big body, guys, but sometimes, he's kind of off-centered. I mean, that happens with tall trees. They fall down sometimes.
I gotta say, though, Dylan, that is something I have yet to see. I can say from personal experience, I have tried to hit Story myself. It is nothing that will ever end well for you, and it hurts. I'm surprised he just went down.
Right there, as Gaffney, I think, always says, I see Story going to the bench early. Probably got the wind knocked out of him. But, he says show up to the face-off, a.k.a. the line of scrimmage, ready to play. And right there, I think Story's a little bit lackadaisical, but he got up like a champ. He's a true warrior, and that's why this team loves him.
Just trying to get rowdy right now, and a lot of dirty and cheap hits.
Yeah, for sure, Johnson, as Gamrat tries the forecheck. As you see, the Blue Devils defense, probably in that timeout, that coaching adjustment was to stay back a little bit.
Ooh, fumble by Petty there. It's not consistent.
Oh, where is that?
Oh,
Where is it?
beautiful save by Petty.
Oh, my goodness.
A great recovery
Petty.
there.
Thank the hockey gods for that, Petty. You have no idea how lucky that was. Oh, my goodness.
Petty, as we know, as Mad Dog mentioned before, really active goaltender, loves to leave his crease and play pucks up to the boys.
Damn.
Miraculous, just getting back into the blue paint there, as that one's played up the wing to McKay.
Oh,
throw
beautiful
for
pass. Drake.
Gentili
Oh,
with a
just
shot.
wide.
a scramble on the near boards. The student section still standing by the glass there. Probably can't see the play with the camera angle with all the students standing up. As that one's thrown around, and Youngling.
Throws back to Schwartz here, center ice. Oh, fumble by Schwartz.
Ice getting
Back
a little
to
bit
his
choppy
Youngling.
here. Dan, ice conditions down there.
Well, it's definitely well, it's a sheet of ice. I mean, we can start with that. Quality-wise, I wouldn't really say it's the best. Those corners really get chippy down low. So ice conditions, especially with all these guys grinding out here, it's definitely a really fast-paced game. They're definitely working the ice. So ice conditions, I assume at this point in the game, can't be the best.
Thank you for that in-depth detail of the ice, Dan. As always, stellar down there. As that puck was shot up into the netting.
Back out there is this Matt Johnson line with Paulus and Weidenbach. Coach is definitely looking for some defense in the.
Yeah, for sure. These guys are defensively stout. We mentioned that before as Johnson leans into the face-off circle. And a good win. Strong on his stick, right to Nemo, and that one is out of the zone.
Paulus is switching off. We got on Roman.
There's a quick out there by Tom Snyder.
Schneider back with the puck again, and he just throws it off the boards. And for icing. Not that good of a play there. At least try to flip it up. Not get the icing this late in the game, but as we know, the score is 6-3. Your Blue Devils in the lead.
Petty's having a word with his boys here at the face-off circle. Definitely has something to say to his defenseman. I guess we're gonna see how much that changes this next face-off.
As the Bulldogs in a shot.
Oh,
Great
beautiful save by Petty.
kick save and a beauty.
Oh, here we
as
go. Rome
Ra-
Reigns
Looks like we're gonna have
on the breakaway shot. Oh,
And that one, he raised his arms there. Don't know if he thought that was going in or not, but a nice stick on puck play. And that one, a nice little spinorama there. Nice play to the side by Ferris State.
Good play by Tom Snyder here. Nice hit.
Schneider gets away with the puck. Up the boards to Roman, and
And
Schneider
Dumped
clears
down by
it
Tom Snyder.
once again. And that'll be back for icing. That's 2 icings in a row for Schneider. He still hasn't left the ice. That's at least a minute and a half shift for him. Has to be tired down there.
Maybe that's just Coach Gaffney's plan and make the Blue Devils skate these last few minutes.
Yeah, definitely a coaching adjustment needs to be done as Liam Walker lines up for that faceoff, and he loses it.
here we
And
go.
Roman once again
Roman
coming down the
Reigns,
right
one
side.
on one. Oh, nice move.
And a shot.
Pad save.
It's those type of shots that you get far low pad on the goaltender that you really want to have a guy forecheck in there because that puck's always going to get a nice bounce out, and you really want someone there to send those rebounds home.
Oh, dump in by Flood here.
And
there's
that's
the
it.
win.
Go, boys.
And the game is over. Your LTU Blue Devils win the home opener by a final score of 6-3. What a first game and a first outing by this team. As high fives all around. Coach Gaffney and Coach Bean with big smiles on their face, and also the fans with big smiles on their face. Guys, your thoughts on the game?
It was a scrappy but beautiful win. As the team game progressed, the team really got together, and you really saw more and more of a team.
Dan, your thoughts on the win?
It was a good win, hard fought, well deserved. They definitely started off a little bit slow in the first, second period, but it was really that third period grinding, really piecing it together that got them back, that gave them this win.
All right, guys, so now on to the 3 stars of the night. If you guys could agree on the first star.
Patty, the kid played unreal. He really kept that score from being a lot different, you know. He stopped pucks from getting in the net. That's all you can ask from a goaltender.
Definitely, I'm going to say one of the stars is definitely Shane Gamrat, being definitely one of the big leaders out there and being an offensive and defensive force. And I think all 3 of us can agree Zach McKay would definitely be one of the stars and 2 goals in his Blue Devil debut.
Yeah, for sure, guys, as the Blue Devils salute the fans. Thank you for joining us tonight, guys. As always, Dylan Morello here in the booth, joined by Alex Johnson and Daniel Geffert. We're signing off. Have a good night.